guys, I'm FPL Nymphrya and welcome back to the home of FPL videos. I'm coming at you a little early this week, before the end of the game week in fact, as we've got some construction work going on at the house on Tuesday and I won't be able to record because it'll be way too noisy. So let's take a look at how I got on in game week 13. I tell you what, Pope definitely took our pleas on board to get us some points from these easier fixtures before they turn a deep dark shade of red and we seriously have to consider selling him. He got me 9 points this week from his minutes played, clean sheet, 4 saves and 2 bonus points. Crystal Palace up next and then 2 much tougher fixtures in Man City and Tottenham. Keep it up Popey, we need you on good form. Taking a look at my defence and I didn't feel the need to change anything around over the international break. I'm not going to lie, but I am seriously considering my position on Trent. Just 2 points again from him, whilst Robertson gets yet another attacking return. A goal and 2 assists from him in the last 3, as opposed to Trent's 1 goal. It's also been week 7 since we have seen a clean sheet from Liverpool. Should we be considering our position on these players? My only worry is that the fixtures are amazing, and they are also so highly owned it would hurt should we not own and they return. But it's very tempting as a Trent owner, I have to say. I expect I'll have other transfers I will want to do first before doing that, so Trent probably stays for now. Lundstrom got another attacking return this week in the scintillating game with Man United. He had 2 shots on target and 2 shots blocked, adding 3 points to my team total owing to his yellow card. If he had kept the clean sheet I was on for some serious points, but you can't fault United's fight back to get back in that match. Well, unless you happen to not own any United players like myself, that is. Lastly, in defence I have Soyuncu, another clean sheet bank for him. That's 4 in a row now for Leicester, and if I was to consider selling Trent for anyone, it would be Chilwell for a Leicester defence double up, just saying, based on fixtures and form. However, I doubt I'm that brave. 6 points added to my team total from him. Moving on to my midfield, and it's a little better than last week, but it's still not performing as well as it's looked. KDB at least got his first goal since game week 6 and since I've owned him. He had 2 shots off target and 1 shot on target and added 7 points to my team total. However, the same cannot be said about Sterling. Almost half the touches of KDB and barely a shot on target. He was very unfortunate to have had the goal ruled offside against him, but, and this is a serious but, I was expecting more from him with Mendy on the pitch. I'd have taken him looking very threatening and things not paying off for him, but he just didn't look on England level form, and I just cannot see why. What is the difference between his Man City performance at the moment and his international ones? He always performs better away, so I now need to be brave if I'm going to get rid at this stage, especially as he's still 32.7% owned. However, I can't help feel like I need to get off for a bit and return when he's not ignorable anymore, when he's much better in form. That could all change this week. It always can with him, but there are 6 players just below him in the overall points that are within 10 points of him now, and more importantly, all of them are cheaper. All of that was a long way of saying he added just 2 points to my team total. You know, there it is. McGinn is yet to play, so I have my fingers crossed for him tonight. I'm not feeling Villa to walk all over Newcastle if I'm honest, so a return for him would be a real shock. The other 2/3 of my triple M's were poles apart, Mount not starting and coming on for 1 point, and Mane getting 9 points from his goal, minutes played and 2 bonus points. Moving on, and it was always going to be a big ask for Tammy to nick something against Manchester City. He did have a shot on target and a shot blocked, but unfortunately only managed to come away with 2 points. Vardy on the other hand has been my saviour so far this season. Getting him and Soy ahead of the curve has been a real help to me. Another 12 pointers, so 24 as my captain. You cannot complain with that. Now I am a bit frustrated as in the second week of international break I had a really strong feeling to play Muse this week, but I just didn't know how to fit him into that team. I didn't really see Mount getting dropped to the bench though, so I'm trying not to beat myself up too much as he sits first on my bench with 7 points. Yeah, right. Of course the game week hasn't yet finished for me, so I'll just have to tell you guys where I'm at now and hopefully update you guys either on the FPL Wildcats live stream or on my social media as to where I actually ended up. But right now I'm on 65 points and I'm around 151,000. I'm hoping this stays as a green, and fingers crossed for McGinn can just match any players people have around me. I'm most concerned about clean sheets if I'm honest, as people may have a few defensive players in this match. Just a quick note on next week, there's a lot of games packed in, and I'm unsure that even if I get my content out, that people will get the chance to view it. So I think I'll let the week play out and do a big update after game week 16. I will definitely keep you guys rolling along with any ongoing updates on my social media though, so make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I will share all of my thinking and decisions as the game weeks play out. And on to that, let's take a look at my game week 14 team. This is how I'm currently lined up. Not bad on paper, but I have 2 free transfers and I want to switch things up a bit for the congested period. I'm happy to leave this back line as it is, I think, unless I get bat shizzle on moving Trent on in some -4 madness, as I'm almost 100% sure that I'm selling Sterling. For who though is the main issue? If Muse hadn't have gone off injured and Martial had been better this week, I'd have done Sterling and McGinn for Martial and Son. McGinn's fixtures turn after Newcastle, so I'm seriously considering moving him on and banking the cash I have in him, especially if he doesn't do so well tonight. Or I'd have done just Sterling to Salah simply if I'd known Salah was fighting fit. But Muse did go off injured, and I'm not sure how badly because there's been no real reports on it, but now I'm considering making Muse Rashford in this transfer, which would leave me 8.5 in the back from selling Sterling for a midfielder. Now that's not Son unfortunately, and I really wanted Sonny, and the only way I can get him in this move is Trent to Chilwell for -4. So if I leave Sonny for free, I have to look at Ali, Martial, either 2 of the Leicester midfielder lads, or Pulisic. I really fancy Pulisic this week if I'm honest, but he would be a 1-week punt given that I would probably not want to be on triple Chelsea attack for too long with all that rotation going on. So should I risk it? That's the question. On the other hand, I could go very template and just get Jimmy in for Muse, and then I could get Sonny in midfield with the exact cash. There's just a lot to think about with this one. This is the time when I get the most confused, almost when I have way too much money and so many options of transfers. That's when my head starts to hurt and I get quite confused because I know the players I want in form, but then it's just trying to fit them in my team. I know United's attack feels very important, but so does Son, so it's going to be a difficult one this week to try and figure out. I am between Vardy and Tammy for captaincy, Vardy on form, Tammy with the fixtures. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, so make sure you get in touch. Just before we get on to my trending transfers, I just wanted to update you all on my wildcard for my fan team, where I was allowed off my leash to follow my gut entirely and do pretty much whatever I wanted to and just go with those gut feels. And so here it is, Sonny is captain, Vardy and Rashford. It's been a massive rise up the leaderboards with fan team using the differentials, and I absolutely loved it this week. It was just something fresh and something interesting, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. It's now got me quite excited for my new wildcard in FPL. Looking forward to that. And lastly, moving on to the trending transfers this week, let's take a look at how things could develop ahead of game week 14. There's been no change in the trendiest goalkeepers in so far this early in the week, with 24,000 managers getting in Schmeichel already. Pope and Gazaniga are also picking up pace with over 13,000 purchases. It's close for the trendiest goalkeeper out this week though, but Pickford is just edging it at the moment with 13,000 sales. Patricio, Ramsdale and De Gea are all close behind, with over 10,000 managers getting rid. In defence, Digne is leading the way in the transfers out this week with over 46,000 sales already. Peters and Van Dijk are the next trendiest with over 30,000 managers jumping ship. Soyuncu is the trendiest defender in so far this week, with over 74,000 managers placing their trust in the Leicester man. Lundstrom and Robson are both highly desired this week, with over 46,000 purchases. Tomori has an outside chance of getting amongst the trendiest purchases though, with 23,000 plus managers including the Chelsea man already. In midfield, there's a clear leader from the purchases in this week, and it's not a Leicester man, believe it or not. It is Son. Son is one of the trendiest players in the game for a few weeks, with over 144,000 managers climbing aboard the new manager boom and form of the Spurs man. Pulisic and Mane are the next best in line, with over 62,000 purchases. Where there are big purchases, there are also big sales, and the victim of Sonny's big boom is Sterling. Sterling has been sold by over 97,000 managers already. Mount is also becoming a trendy sales out this week, probably owing to him starting on the bench against Manchester City. He's had over 70,000 sales ahead of Gameweek 14. Up front, there's still no change. For the fourth week running, Vardy is by far the trendiest player in, with over 135,000 managers climbing aboard. If he continues at this rate, he'll soon be owned by over half of all managers in the game. Jimenez is also picking up some purchases too this week, with 73,000 managers getting aboard. Aguero is by far the most transferred player out this week though, with 133,000 managers selling on the injured player. Aubameyang has also seen a surge in sales, with over 72,000 managers getting rid of the Arsenal captain. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to check out my sponsors, fantasyfootballfix.com, and please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, Nimfria out.